Standing in a crowded room and I can't see your face.
Hello. Hey, baby.
Put your arms around me, tell me everything's okay. In my mind, I'm running round a cold and empty space. Just put your arms.
Okay, so now I'm going to do a bit of a review on the mini loom. So here's the mini loom. It's blue and it's plastic. It's very good for travelling and for little children, so they don't have to have the big rainbow looms, so they can make little fishtails or normal singles. It's quite strong at the bottom, apart from at the top it is bending, like it's quite flimsy if you can see there, which is bad, but I don't really think you'd have too many tight or a lot of bands on here if you're just making fishtails and normal singles. So I do think this is a very good idea for travelling. So now I'm just going to make a quick fishtail on here. So I'm just going to loop the band over, put another band on top, and then another band above that. So I'm going to start with my hook and just loop it over. On the next time, now I'm just going to add another band, and now I'm just going to try looping it over with my fingers. So I'm just going to grab the bottom band. It's actually quite easy to loop over with your fingers, which is surprising to me because the bits are very small, but yeah, it's quite easy to loop over with your fingers, so this is another good reason for travelling, because then you wouldn't have to bring your hook with you, and you could just bring the mini loom, some bands and C-clips, which is good. So I'm just going to carry on doing it with my fingers. You can use the hook obviously if you want to, but I'm using just using my fingers and the mini loom. So this is actually very easy. Surprisingly, I thought it would be quite difficult. Okay, so now I'm going to take my C-clip and see how it is attaching a C-clip to the bands. Ooh, sorry. So it's quite easy to stick the C-clip in there and then take them off. I think it would be quite hard to put the C-clip on the other side, which is bad, I guess, but you can just take the bands off. So now you've attached your C-clip, and obviously if this is longer you can make a bracelet out of it, but I think that this is very easy, and I think it's a very good idea to have the mini loom, because it's good for travelling, good for children, and it's strong-ish, and I think it's very good, and I do think this is good for another great add to the Rainbow Loom kit. So that's the mini loom. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the Rainbow Loom itself. So in my opinion, the Rainbow Loom is very strong. Together as a whole, it's practically impossible to break. But I guess if you take a row of pins off, you could break them, but I think you could only break them intentionally and not by just looping bands. You obviously, if I've got my hook, it's very easy to loop. You couldn't loop with your fingers because I can't get my fingers in there, I don't think. I guess you could try, but it comes with a hook anyway, so it would be pointless not to use your hook. And I think that the whole thing is good for storage, so obviously this is good storage and for travelling. So I think it's very strong. It's good for doing lots of different designs. So if you go onto YouTube, you can find loads of designs, and obviously there's the basic designs on the instruction manual that it comes with. It's very good for doing different loom formations and adding looms onto each other, as I said, because you can remove the base plates with the hook of the end of the hook. The only downside is that the base plates after a while do come loose from the loom, meaning that it can become hard for you to make different designs because the pins sometimes come off, but that could be solved by wrapping a band around the base plate, or maybe buying new pins or base plates altogether, which I know you can do. But yeah, but that's the only downside with the loom, really. So I do think it's very good, it's very strong, it's very sturdy, and I really like it. Okay, so now I've just got some bands, hook and C-clip, and now I'm just going to start by making a normal single on the loom. So as you can see, I'm just placing the bands in this formation. In the instruction manual that it comes with, it does show you how to do this very detailed, and again you can use lots more harder designs which you could find on YouTube. I know that Rainbow Loom have their own YouTube channel where they do lots of great bracelets and designs. So now I'm just going to put a capping band on there, and I'm going to start looming this out. So I'm just going in, grabbing the band and pulling it to that pin, in, grabbing the band and pulling it to that pin. This is really easy. I'm having no trouble at all with this. As long as you place the bands right, I guess there's not really anything you can have trouble with, unless you don't place the bands right or something happens and the bands become twisted or something like that. But I am quite experienced with looming, so obviously this is very easy for me, but if you're a beginner, there's loads of things that you can watch that will help you with bracelets, and that's how I did it. So then I'm just clipping the C-clip on here, as you can see, and that was actually very easy to do. And then I'm just pulling this off the loom, which again is very easy. So then I've got a single chain bracelet, just a normal simple one. It's very small because I didn't go the whole of the loom. So then I sometimes stick my fingers in the cap band and spread it out so it's easier to add the C-clip. I'll try and do that without, although it can get a bit fiddly and be a bit hard. But no, that was surprisingly easy. So now I've just got a really small single because I didn't go all the way up the loom. But that's quite pretty and be more like a ring, to be honest. But yeah, so that was very easy to do. And I think that this loom is great and it's very easy to use, and I definitely recommend it. So that's the loom. Okay guys, so I hope you found this video helpful, and that I hope that you found the reviews on everything that I did here, which I did a review on everything, helpful, and that it helped you decide on whether you want to buy the Rainbow Loom or whether you want to go with a different loom. But I do hope you enjoyed this video and that you decide to go with the Rainbow Loom, because I definitely think it's the best loom out there and it's very good and it's 100% my favourite, and that's why I bought this one and why I bought the one before. So yeah, I definitely hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and let me know in the comments box any more videos that you want me to do, and I'll try my best to get them out there as soon as possible. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.